got this pie, I know you want a piece. Hi everyone, welcome to Ndunkule's Kitchen with Mako TV. Now, for those of you that have been following some of my posts for a while now, you know that I absolutely love butter chicken. And my recent obsession is puff pastry. So I thought to myself, why not combine them? Imagine. So for this segment, I will be showing you how to make a butter chicken pie using puff pastry. Now the recipe for my butter chicken is on my YouTube channel, Ndunkule's Kitchen with Mako TV. So if you want to learn how to make butter chicken, you can go over there and look at my video. So basically with this video, I'm going to be showing you how to roll out the puff pastry, fill in the pie, and bake it and make something that's absolutely amazing. So hopefully you do enjoy. Please stick around so that you can learn something. It's a delicious treat, whether it's the butter chicken on its own or it's the butter chicken pie that I'm going to be showing you how to make today. So try it at home. You definitely will not go wrong with this. Thank you guys so much for all the love and all the support. I always thank you because it means so much to me. Take care and be safe. If you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do, and make sure you click onto notifications, boop, so that you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. Mako TV is gonna be big, so please do join the movement today. Lots of love. Bye bye. I'm starting to work with my puff pastry for the pie. Now butter chicken has been made already this morning, so it's left aside in the pan so that it can get a bit thick. Remember butter chicken, the recipe normally when you are serving butter chicken as is, it can be a bit runny, but for a pie filling it needs to be a bit more thick. So I've just cheated a bit and added a bit of cornstarch, which is maizena, to the mixture, and I left it aside. Hopefully it's going to get a bit thick so that it can hold inside our pie dish. So this is a pie dish that I'm using. It's square. You can use any type of pie dish that you want, whether it's a disposable or something like this. I've just put in some spray and cook for greasing the bottom so that the puff pastry does not stick. You can use oil, you can use butter, or as I used the aerosol, which is the spray and cook. So here is my first roll of puff pastry. As you can see, the puff pastry that I rolled out just as is not going to fit the width of this dish, so I need to roll this out a bit. It can be a bit tricky because it's very sticky, so the only thing that's going to help us is if we use some flour. So I'm going to put some flour onto the surface like such. You can use as much flour as you want to, just to ensure you don't have any hiccups. I'm going to put some flour on top here as well of this section, which is the stickiest, and then I'm just going to turn this over onto the flour section. Okay. Right, some more flour here, all-purpose flour. And we're going to roll this out, keeping it in the shape of a square or rectangle, just to ensure it covers the bottom of our tray, of our pie dish. Also, another useful tip is taking some of the flour and sprinkling it over your rolling pin, which makes it a bit easier. Okay, so just roll out as much as we need. You can always use your dish as a guide to see if it's going to fit. Okay, so it must be big enough for the sides and not just only the bottom of your pie dish. Okay, we're going to roll out the sides as well. Just to make sure that it fills nicely. If there's a tear, if there's any marks, just don't stress. Okay, that should be fine for now. I'm just going to use a pie cutter to cut out this big lump of pastry. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more flour onto my rolling pin, and I'm going to leave my rolling pin in the center like this. just another tip, and I'm going to lift up one side of the pastry, so it's going to be easy for me to pick up and drag the pastry on top of the dish. I'm going to just add still some flour at the bottom on top of the aerosol spray and cook that I've used, right? And then you see it's easy to just drag over. Now we don't want any part to be left, so we're going to press down like this, so that, as I said, the bottom and the sides are full. Okay, just try and go as right to the bottom as possible, so there's no gaps left. Okay, and that's what you have. There is some sides that are a bit too much. We can just use either a knife or this nice type of pizza cutter to clean out any of the extras that we have. Don't necessarily have to do that. You can just fold back the pastry inside on top of your filling. Okay, so there's our base. Now here is the butter chicken, which is still very hot. As I said, this was made before, so I'm going to try and get to see if it's nice and thick. If it is a bit runny, that's fine. Okay, and then I'm just going to spoon some of the butter chicken into this dish. Let's see how that works out for us. It's going to be a bit messy. I'm trying to keep some butter chicken aside because my family want to try the pie, yes, but they also like having butter chicken with naan bread, as it is traditionally served. So I'm going to keep that aside as well. Let's just see how much we can put. We don't have too much because it is runny. And remember, this is going to puff up nicely, so just level that. Get some more. Sides. Okay, and our filling is in our pie dish. Okay, so now we're going to make our cover for our pie. So we're using a second piece of pastry, which is the second roll. Turning that over onto some flour and removing this packet. I'm going to leave this aside because I might have a bit extra of pastry left over. I'll be able to wrap that up and use it for something else in the kitchen, which is also another tip that you can take heed of. Okay, getting enough flour wherever we need it and rolling out. Okay, we don't need it to be too much, just to cover the top like that. Okay, and then we just pull over like such. Wow, that looks good. Now with a knife or our pizza cutter, we're going to just trim the edges that are on the top of the of our dish. We don't want too much extras, right? Because remember, puff pastry puffs up, so it's going to be thick already. Okay, like such. We're going to keep this aside because we're going to use it for a bit of decor. And then you just fold in the sides, or you can leave it as is if you want. It doesn't have to be neat. Okay, and that's your pie. Now I want to just be a bit fancy. So all I'm going to do is, to make the edges look a bit better, I'm going to first take my fork and I'm going to just make some tresses down here as much as I can without tearing the pastry. You can do whatever design you want, whatever shape, whatever dish you want to use, depending entirely on yourself and what you have available in your own kitchen. Okay, so it looks like that. Now we have some extra pastry. I want to not knead this too much because I don't want to kick out too much of the air that's already in it. See, it gets stuck very quickly. Let me just move this a bit down so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm trying to do is get a few strips that I'm going to just put across, like you know how you make an apple crumble pie? Something similar to that. Why not? Okay, it's a bit sticky at the bottom, but that's fine. Okay, so let's see, I'm just going to trim this off to make it a bit more squarish. See what we can get from it. We don't need too many, so I'm gonna just try with one first. It's not gonna be, doesn't have to be that thick. Let's just make it a bit thinner. The pizza is a bit shaky, so we're gonna put a strip going across. Like that. I want another one there, so I'm going to cut a bit. See if it fits. Like that. One like that. And two small ones for the ends. Oh, very small. As I said, just play around. Don't stress about anyone judging your food. You're making it for yourself out of love, right? So it goes in that way, and I'm going to go the reverse side now. Let's see if I got my angles correct. way. That way. I hope you see what I'm doing. That way. Just connecting the dots. And one more or two more. To go. Like. Just like that. Doesn't it look wonderful? Okay, let's take it a step further. We still have these pieces. You know I'm extra, so I want to be extra. Singing voice still asleep. As I said, do whatever you like, whatever you want. It depends entirely on yourself. I'm rolling out more. They're good for time. Because you know with my videos, I am the director, producer, the actor, script writer, cameraman, all in one. So it becomes a bit tricky sometimes doing everything myself. Nevertheless, I hope you are learning something from my videos. Okay, so I'm going to cut some shapes out depending on what I like. I'm going to but do this only actually. It's a fondant cutter, a plastic icing cutter, which is a leaf, and it's an embedded shape of the leaves, like the veins on it. Just going to press down, dip it into some flour first, press down to cut my leaf, then press the small switch here to get the shape of the leaf. It's breaking. Let's see if it works. And there you go, a small leaf. So we're going to put that there. Just keep adding flour if this gets stuck. Press down to make your leaf pattern. Yay, came out lovely. So we're going to just put it alongside like that. So I'm going to keep doing this for as many times as I desire, and you are going to chill while this is going to go into an oven which has been preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. Your pie is going to be in there for 15 to 20 minutes or until golden brown, and then you're going to have pie. But I'm not done with this step here. What I'm going to show you is when I am done, I've taken one egg, full egg, to make an egg wash, and I'm just going to brush very lightly on top of the surface of my pie, and then it's going to go into the oven.